got Tyler Reddick, Connor Zillich, Todd Gilliland, Chris Busher, all right here on the stage. But first of all, I need some amazing hosts to help me out here. If you would, please welcome to the stage. Let's give it up for my man, John Roberts. Come on down. So good to see you, my spicy friend. And it wouldn't be a show without...
I just hit the chair. That's not a good way to start, Jose. I just got
it's a good way. Now, man, that's why Cracker Barrel brought these rocking chairs for us.
How about that, guys? Doesn't this just feel like home? Doesn't this feel like you're on the front porch at Cracker Barrel?
I love it.
I love Cracker Barrel.
Me too. We had some biscuits and gravy back there, and I think this man that we're about to bring up, he said, you know what? I'm not eating the biscuits and gravy yet till after the show is over. So we might have a little biscuit and gravy with him. If you would please welcome to the stage my man, Kenny Wallace!
Woo! Hold on, Johnny. Hold my microphone.
Oh, he's got some hats to throw out here. Where you at, Cracker Barrel fans? Let's see what you got.
I thought Kenny was going to say, hold my beer. Instead, he said, hold my microphone. But it's kind of the same thing. Hold my beer. Hey, guys, who's having fun today?
Right there, baby.
Who's drinking beer? Okay, we got a lot of time to drink beer before, or margaritas. Okay, whatever you like, guys. Just have fun, be safe. But, guys, isn't this a beautiful day? I don't know about you guys, where you came from, but I am loving this beautiful weather. It is sunny and warm. And had about enough of the cold. And you know what, Kenneally? When it gets sunny and warm, that means it's NASCAR time.
We just read something. Do you want to announce?
No, go right ahead. This is big news.
Record crowd today, right here. 47 states and 10 countries represented.
All right.
Who's from Russia? Who's from somewhere besides the United States? Who we got here?
Any Kiwis here to cheer on SVG?
Yeah, Shane Van Gisbergen. He won yesterday's race. Anyway.
Yeah. So another guy who is an international superstar is Daniel Suarez, our amigo.
Danny.
Said the other day, somebody asked me, said, man, what do you... And he said, well, let me tell you something. We can't work any harder, right? We work as hard as we possibly can.
First of all, that's a great Suarez accent, not going to lie.
And you're better at it.
Well, Jose has a... You have
it comes built in. It comes built in.
But he also said, guys, it is a long race, and Shane Van Gisbergen is human. He can be beat, but what a wonderful thing we're witnessing, guys. One of the best in the world at his craft, and we get to watch him today. SVG is incredible. But don't hand him the race right away.
How did we get so lucky? You know, we got the front row is going to be here, right?
Yeah.
You know that? We got the man on the hottest hot streak. I mean, he's on a baseball heater. Tyler Reddick is going to be here.
Why do you think Tyler is so good kicking off this season? What is it?
I think Tyler Reddick was always good, and now he's on a roll. You see these happen in sports. Did anybody see the video that NASCAR put out last week? Reddick started 25th, and it was like an animated cartoon, 25th to 3rd. I mean, he's putting on a show. I think he's just on a heater.
Well, and there's no doubt the young man can drive. He's with the great race team. That's why the likes of Richard Childress Racing brought him up, first of all. And then that's why 2311 wanted him so bad and got him. And now we're seeing the fruits of the labor. But also, guys, we remember this is unlike any other professional sport, this NASCAR. It's a big family. It's a big traveling circus. Everybody competes at the same racetrack, at the same event every weekend. So it becomes a family, and when somebody in our family is struggling, it affects everybody. Rookie, the young man, the baby that they had some heart issues, and so it takes away, it brings you back to life. It brings you back to real life.
So your theory is that inspired Reddick.
Yeah, it inspired him like crazy. Now Rookie is doing well. Tyler's got that monkey off his back, and he can go racing and focus on it, and we're witnessing a great thing right now.
Yeah. Can Tyler Reddick win 3 in a row?
Yes.
And he's good here.
I know.
Good here.
Statistically, the best driver on this track is Tyler Reddick.
never finished outside of the top 5. And if you look at how difficult this is, guys, look at who you're racing against. You're racing against SVG, now Connor Zilic. You're racing against all these different guys that are so good. Denny Hamlin. All these guys are so great, and you never finished out of the top 5 at a certain racetrack. It's amazing.
Hey, did you all see that race yesterday? Did you hear about it? I mean, we got 2 drivers that are here. Corey Day represents dirt racing. How many dirt racers we got?
Hey,
Okay, Corey Day, and he's here. Connor Zilic, they get into it on the last lap. Connor Zilic said, he's right there. He wrecked me, and he's staring at me. Why won't he come over and apologize to me? So Connor Zilic is going to be here. We're going to talk to him about that. I'm excited. And, of course, SVG says, what are y'all fighting about? But that's what's going on in NASCAR right now. Everybody says.
But it used to be when you wreck somebody, like Jimmy Spencer goes over and punches Kurt Busch, right?
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's, you wreck me and I'm going to text you. I'm going to text you Monday. You better watch out, Kenna Lee.
Send.
You wreck me and I'm going to text you. And I might even call you.
How many remember Rusty Wallace and Earnhardt getting into it?
Rubberhead and Ironhead.
Dale Sr. popped Rusty in the ass, spun him out, wrecked him, lap 1 at Bristol. Rusty ran that whole damn race with his car wrecked up. Got out of the car when the race is over, and they both, go to tech. Rusty takes a water bottle and throws it, hits Earnhardt right in the nose. They made a country song about it.
But one of the best things that was ever said by our hero, Jeff Gordon, it was way back in the day, Tony Stewart was a rookie. And they were out practicing at Martinsville. And Jeff was ramming the rear of Tony's car.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was, well, yeah, that funny in and of itself. Take that for what it is. But so afterwards, after the practice, Tony got out of the car and goes up to Jeff Gordon and says, man, you hit me in the rear again. And Jeff goes, well, Tony, if you just go faster, you won't have to worry about anybody hitting you from behind.
Ooh. When we talk about race car drivers having fun, too, SVG out symbol as he drives right between them. And then giving each other the one finger. I don't know which one it was, but I heard there was some hand signals going on. When drivers are having fun, Kenny, do they show that in the car when they're out there together?
Oh, yeah, especially when you're going by them. You bet. There's this theory. I like Dale Sr. because he always said it right. Dale Sr.'s got some of the greatest quotes. He said, if I bump you and you can, and I pass you and you catch me, fair play. But if I bump you and you can't catch me, that means you were in my way. So, yeah, I'd look in my mirror and I'd say, Earnhardt coming. I learned to just pull over because he'd follow you one straightaway, and that was it.
I like the old Matt Kenseth thing. If you can't catch somebody, just slow down on the racetrack till they come back again, and then whack. Matt said, look, they were getting to the championship right there back in it was playoffs, and Matt just said, look, man, Joey Logano just put me in the wall, and if I'm not going to make the championship four, he isn't either, so he just slowed down. And I don't know if he got more fans or fewer fans from that, but I think it evened out.
Hey, by the way, this is very random, and I'm sorry, but this is the way my brain works. When I go to Cracker Barrel, I get the grilled chicken tenders, corn, and my salad with balsamic vinaigrette, and I get cornbread. Anybody get that? Or is it just me?
The Kenny Wallace special? I think we're going to have to put that on the menu.
Because I gotta stay lean. You know what I mean? I got to stay lean.
We all do.
Mean fighting machine. Woo!
So I want to thank everybody tuning in out there on Performance Racing Network, watching the stream. If you're not at a track this year and you want to tune into the show, we're going to be on PRN all season long, 15 episodes we've got throughout the Speedway Motorsports family of tracks. But Kenny, I want to talk a little bit about the racetrack here. If you're watching online and you've not been to Circuit of the Americas, what is it like getting to see this track up close and personal, especially turn one?
Last year was my first year here, and I pulled in this place, and I'm like, oh, my God, I'm overwhelmed. Where do I go? I come in this year, and now they got a miniature Six Flags over here. There is so much to do at this place. I mean, we're here yesterday for my hips started hurting. I felt like I was in Europe. Listen, there is so much to do here that it's an event. It's a happening. And I brought some friends with me. I got John Scatoni, his girlfriend Terry. I got Ken Hobbs from Corpus Christi. We got Tennessee. We got Illinois.
You're making it a big fun weekend.
And we have had so much fun. I've been downtown with you getting tacos.
I know. I took him to the good places.
Terry Black's last night. I mean, I saw that line and I almost had a heart attack. I'm like, I'm hyper. And that line went quick. Who's been to Terry Black's? You get some, down south.
I love it. Well, hey, our first guest is here. I'm so delighted to welcome to the stage. You've seen him put on an amazing start to this season. The winner of the first 2 races of this 2026 season. A big round of applause for Tyler Reddick!
Right there, buddy. Good man, oh man.
All right. All right, so look at this, Tyler. We got the rocking chairs for you. Want you to feel right at home. But, Tyler, your boss, Michael Jordan, used to talk about when he'd get in that zone when he was playing, when he just couldn't miss a jump shot. Do you guys feel like right now you're just kind of in that zone, starting this season out this way? It must be a great feeling for a race car driver when everything seems to be going right.
Yeah, it's something that you hear about. A lot in basketball. You hear it from other athletes and other sports, right? Getting in the zone. And, yeah, there was something to that, certainly at Daytona. And maybe not necessarily once we got back to the front of Atlanta, but that drive from 26 back to 4th in those handful of laps there. Sometimes when those things happen, you don't even really understand it until it's kind of came and went. So that's kind of what it's like in those moments. And, yeah, it was just it was a crazy handful of laps there in Atlanta. Obviously Daytona too, but I just remember trying to do whatever I could to find the momentum, find the hole, move up, and I don't know. I just remember coming off turn 2, and I'm like, where did the pack go? Like, where did they go? I only see Bubba, Christopher Bell, and then Hocevar. I was like, oh, we passed everybody in like 3 laps. It was crazy.
Congratulations. I mean, what an incredible – in baseball, they call it a heater. And we're going to talk to you more about how great things are going. But I saw something on social media that made me happy, and I thought, leave it up to me. Your tennis shoes. You recently said you have 150 Nikes.
At least. I haven't counted in a few months.
So what made you choose these today?
Oh, well, these, I think these came out here within like the last week or 2. I'm kind of losing track of time with how busy I've been. But it's the Fragment, Union LA, Jordan Brand ones. Union LA and Jordan Brand have done shoes in the past. Fragments, probably one of my wife's favorite pair of Travis Scott's is a Fragment. Travis Scott they did. So I was just trying to find a good time to wear them. And I was supposed to wear them last week in Atlanta, but I wasn't feeling too great before the race. So I didn't break them out then. So I broke them out this weekend. And it kind of works with
they're cool.
The Chumba colors. Chumba has a little bit of everything in the logo.
Cool.
And
you look good. I can't tell you how many times, we do Dirty Mo Media, and I do Chumba Casinos, free gold coins. I mean, I got Chumba Casino in my brain.
Good, yeah.
I really do. But, so I think it's one of those deals where, it's like, hey, he's a dirt racer, he's good, but NASCAR put that video out that we talked about earlier before he came out. 26 to 3rd, and I said, you look like an animated cartoon. You started like almost last, and you were ballsy. You were brave. I mean,
Me and Denny joked about that. So of course, we get in that crash on the front stretch. I could tell his left rear toe was knocked out from a nose pretty bad. We fired off on that restart, and Billy Scott, my crew chief, was like, all right, this is kind of what we talked about. Let's just bring it home in 15th. Let's not take any risks. It's like whatever. And I don't know, like. I didn't listen in that moment. I kind of went against everything we kind of talked about in the offseason, and I drove it harder than I should have. And, I mean, there was a handful of times there where I just catch and wheel. And because I pushed it so hard right after the wreck, we got that following caution like 5 or 6 laps later. I was like, all right, we need to tighten it up. And we put right side tires on it. We did all these things to tighten the race car up, and it was right where it needed to be to get to the front.
One last thing. I was in your car with you, and it's like you said, okay, I'm going to catch the whole field off guard. You went into 3, and that's where it got dramatic. You started passing everybody on the outside.
Yeah, I went to put, I think it was think it was Austin Dillon, like top of 3 wide. And when I poked the outside to Austin, he jumped to the inside of Cody Ware, and then we were 4 wide in Atlanta, which is 3 wide is sketchy. 4 wide, again, just crazy stuff. Yeah.
So I want to talk about your tour because you win the Daytona 500. They put you on this massive media tour. Then you win Atlanta. They put you on another media tour. You're at WWE, et cetera. Where have you not been in the last 2 weeks? Have you even been home yet?
Yeah, I haven't been home much. My wife has reminded me that, yeah, I've been very busy. But we've been able to do a lot of this stuff together. Me and her did the New York media tour on Monday and Tuesday. But yeah, I had to go out went to Atlanta a day early. They didn't come out till Saturday, so it's just been busy, and trying to get everything done during the week with the limited time that we have during the week makes it even more of a challenge. So yeah, we've just been trying to catch our breath, and we really haven't had a moment to yet. So if we keep winning, I don't know if it's really going to slow down. So
You'll never go home.
Yeah, I feel like I barely see my house.
And that's something, Tyler, that's pretty darn cool that you have an opportunity to do. I know you got to focus on the race and focus on the car. You mentioned yesterday in the media center that, yeah, you do. It crosses your mind that you have an opportunity to do what no one else in the history of Cup Series racing has done, and that's win 3 in a row. Does it weigh on you, or do you got to forget about that and move on just to the race?
Use it as motivation. But once you get in the car and you're racing, you're running your laps, you can't let that distract you, from what you got to do corner after corner, lap after lap, and, each set of tires we put on. So, yeah, it's certainly stuff that I use to motivate myself to fall asleep and motivate myself to get out of bed when I'm tired. So, yeah, it all comes with a little bit of balance. You can't get too caught up in the moment, and thankfully we haven't really allowed that to happen yet.
So yesterday, your boss, Denny Hamlin, he was asked, hey, how about this 50 horsepower that you all have? They got a new 50 horsepower, so you're 50 more horsepower more than you've ever had here.
Yeah.
And he said, I really can't feel it now, but I think it's going to show up and people will drop off because there'll be maybe some more tire spin.
Yeah.
What is your thought about that?
Yeah, absolutely. But funny enough, I think it was lap 1 of practice. I drove into turn 1, and I completely missed my mark, kind of going off of, some of the marks that we use for sim, but also just maybe it was just instinct, trying to just find the mark on the first lap in practice, and I completely missed the corner. Bubba went out there in practice to follow me to kind of see what I was going to do, and I missed turn 1 so bad. He's like, well, I guess I'll just pass.
So you think that 50 more horsepower send you down that front straightaway faster?
Yeah, certainly. It's that, but turn 1 has gotten a little bit rougher. There's some more bumps and stuff over there too. I certainly noticed it. Bowman Gray, I noticed it. We did the tire test at North Wilkesboro. Yeah, those are the 2 that we've had it. So
let me take you through turn 1 here. So for everybody, paying attention this week, they got some new tire barriers. And
yeah,
I went to the tower. I looked at them.
Yeah.
And tell me about that.
Yeah. Basically the kind of tire packs that they have, positioned at the apexes of a number of corners here at COTA is something very similar to what they did when we raced in Mexico City. And for the most part in Mexico, it worked pretty good. We had a couple of them get knocked out of the way.
You can hit them out of the way a little bit?
Well, I think it tears the car up, but...
with risk.
Might be a wreck.
With risk, yes. But yeah, they worked pretty good in Mexico, honestly. Once they did get knocked out of the way, they still have the cameras and everything there in place to make sure no one is taking advantage of it and cutting the course like it's been in the past years. So far, so good. I feel like a couple times I've probably been within an inch or 2 of those tire packs, but you can kind of somewhat clip them and not blow the front end off your car. So that is one nice thing about it.
So talk about coming up the hill into turn 1. It's hard, and for those watching online, if you've never been here to Circuit of the Americas, you just can't appreciate it till you kind of come up that hill. That's a big, steep incline up to turn 1. How does that feel in the race car with, all these other drivers around you buzzing, going for that one little spot?
Yeah, the restarts are always something here. They truly are. It's a lot. You work so hard in qualifying to get up to the front, and you're like, well, dang, I'm the braking marker for the entire field now. Everyone's going to go off.
Row 5 goes blown by.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you saw it as the intensity built up in the Riley Auto Parts race yesterday. Just you know, it's such a hard braking zone to nail because it is so uphill. There's so much grip available there, and then when you overshoot it, it flattens off, and you know, cars really go wide. So, yeah, every time that we come here, we do the track walk, and you know, we did it yesterday at about 6:45 in the morning, and by the time I got to the top of that hill, I was pretty much done with the track walk. Just, I mean, it's a lot of work to get up that hill. When you stand up there at the top of that hill and look down towards, you know, the flag stand and the start-finish line, it's like, my goodness. In the car, as you're running, I don't know, like, you know you're going up a hill, but you're not, like, having to move up the hill. You know what I mean? You're stopping as you're going up the hill. When you walk up that hill and look down it, it's like, man, this is truly insane. And it really sets up just chaos on restarts. And it is a great passing zone once we get running in the race. It's such a wide, inviting corner entry where the apex is just so far to the left that, you know, guys 2-3 car lengths back, if they're really bold, you know, you can kind of disrupt the car ahead of you with your braking zone and how you attack the corner.
Tyler, we're pulling for you. Man, this would be awesome to see.
We're done?
We're done. Kenny, let's say thank you to our driver. Come on.
Time flies when you're having fun, guys. I wish we had a ton of time, but
How
good
about
luck,
it, Coda?
Tyler.
Come on.
Go get him.
Make some noise for Tyler Reddick.
Thank you.
Go get him, brother.
That's a big deal when we can get their PR people. Hey, we want the hottest driver in NASCAR on Trackside Live. You or somebody did good.
It was not me. We got a team of
Well, we
people
asked them for
pulling
the
it
hottest
together.
driver in NASCAR, and they gave us Kenny. We already got
Look
that.
at this.
man.
He's back to sign
Oh, he's signed some stuff. I
That's
love
why
it.
everybody loves
I love
him
it.
right there. He loves you. That is awesome right there. I was going to ask him, I was going to say, listen, the dirt world, so Tyler started off dirt racing. The dirt world is all trying to claim him right now.
So we put
Well, they
this
claim
next.
kind of Wallace.
Yeah,
They
that's right.
do.
The dirt world.
We put this next group together. We have 2 drivers coming up to join us. You
Oh, this
know
is gonna be
them
big.
from Trackhouse Racing. Let's give it up for Connor Zillich and Ross Chastain. Woo!
There he is. Man, you made world news yesterday, right there, brother. You look good. You look fit.
Thank you.
Looking good.
You look
Always
fit.
good to see the
I
shorts.
appreciate it. Good to see you, Kenny.
Relax.
How are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you
Look
as well.
there. Front row.
Come on
Right?
over.
We're going to have fun with that.
Following Tyler around everywhere.
Guys, we promised you good guests this
All
time
I do
around.
is follow Tyler.
Hey, this is pretty good right now. What do you two think of this guy right here?
I don't know. We got to beat him this week,
Yep.
right, Tyler?
Are those Florida Gator shoes? Those look like Gator blue.
150 tennis shoes he has,
Yeah.
or more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Connor,
he's like a,
how many sneakers do you have, Connor?
Well, I don't get them for free, so I have about 5.
I got 2. I'm sporting 2 pair right now.
I thought these is
I just go
Skechers.
back and forth. But Jose's got the boots going
Hey,
on, which
Ross
are pretty
and I got the
slick,
memo.
man.
Ross and
Yeah.
I got the memo.
Yep.
We're in Texas. You got to
Yep.
wear some boots.
Hey,
I wear them every week.
really important things. When do you decide you want to go with a pointy cowboy
Ooh,
or flat one?
This is a good one.
It's if you have to kill bugs in the corner. You could go with the pointy one.
What makes you get the flat nose?
I need more room. My toes got to have
Oh.
room to. Yeah, you get the pointy toe for sure, and you're squished. The round toe I can make work, but yeah, these definitely have the most room.
Yeah, so Connor, I think people should really be talking about you these days, any racetrack you go to, whether it's an oval or a road course, but you've had some really great runs, especially here with that come-from-behind victory last year. Does it give you just a little extra hop in your step sometime when you come to a racetrack and a lot of people consider you one of the favorites?
Yes and no. You know, I know for myself that I want to be able to compete anywhere, but when we come to these tracks, I definitely feel more in my own element and definitely a little bit more comfortable. You know, obviously on Sundays, though, it's no joke. Everybody's really good, and it doesn't matter how good you are. You know, everybody is really talented. So we got to come from a little farther back today than I would like. Ross is front row, and I'm row 13. So I got some work to do, but I think we'll have a fast car and be able to move forward. So fingers crossed that we can keep it clean today, unlike yesterday.
So I got to ask Ross, share with the fans here the question that you put to the media center when you came in. We're talking to him qualifying.
Well, yeah, I just asked if anybody thought I would be the highest qualifying Trackhouse car. 'Cause I can promise you, internally, we did not think that. But Kenny
Sorry,
has
Ross, we didn't.
No. Kenny has one, I think.
No, that was it. No, that was fantastic. Okay, let me set it up a little more. Okay, so we know that this man right here, Connor Zillich, is right now throughout the world one of the newest, greatest road course talent along with SVG. So we come here to Texas. We know that you and SVG, we know you're going to be on the front row. You walk in the media center, you out-qualify them both, and the media's like, so you're like, well, surprise, here I am. So, okay, let me ask both of you. You're second, SVG is 13th, you're 25th. What was that about? I mean, why?
I think we're all three driving Trackhouse cars, so it must be the driver, right? No, we definitely showed up a little bit different, but I just didn't quite have what I wanted. I guess, I think we made a lot of changes last night to try and get it a little better and maybe a little closer to what Ross has, but we'll see if it works. It's very, very tricky to get these cars in the window they need to be in, and we definitely worked on it last night. So I guess we'll figure out today if it worked.
And so hold on, Johnny. It's like back and forth here. So when they come and get your setup, are you like, damn it? Or you're like, oh, I'm a team member?
No, I'm patting Brandon McSwain on the back. I'm like pumping him up like, you're the man. You made me look good. Like, heck yeah. No, we didn't work on ours much. The three crew chiefs got together and all tried to decide what they thought was the optimal setup. But it's small stuff. I mean, we're dealing in crumbs of rear sway bars and front sway bars and heights, and we're not drastically changing like back in your day when you were chiseling your wheels from square to round.
Yeah, back before they had the shoulder harness.
Hold on, listen to this. Me and Mark Martin, okay? I won 3 in a row at Richmond. Pair of 900s, inch and eighth bar, 200 left for 275 right rear. Track bar at 9 5/8 right rear.
How do you remember that?
I chassied my own stuff. I still do in dirt racing. But listen, all the credit to you guys. I could never do what you're doing. You guys are way more physically fit than I was. You guys are in that sim all the time. And I'm just going to throw that back to you. This sim has caught us old guys. I mean, that sim is real, isn't it?
Well, I'm not actually in Austin when I do it. And that should tell you everything. It's not 100%, but it is the best tool I have to when Connor drives it and Shane drives it. At least I know that they're driving the same sim. So I go off of their stuff. And these weeks leading up to this weekend, they run it some, and we're never in there. We're not in there often at the same time, but virtually they grab their lap, and I can see all their driving inputs, throttle, steering, brake, lap.
That would have been illegal in our day.
Yeah.
You ain't seeing what I'm doing, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you also, guys, got to remember when it comes to physical fitness, we went from Jimmy Spencer to Jimmy Johnson very quickly.
Look at this.
Connor, I got a question for you.
Would Jimmy have ever worn those shorts, Spencer?
He would have worn the jorts.
Come on, man.
The jeans, the cutoff jeans, or the
That's
jorts.
a new thing, man. That's a new thing.
I'm trying to stay cool. It's
You
hot
look
out
good.
here.
It is hot. I want to talk about the team dynamic because, this is a team sport, but it's also individual merit, right? There's only one winner with the trophy. So tell us about what is the team dynamic like coming in, Connor? How much time are you guys spending together, and whether you get any time at all to kind of build trust outside of racing? Are you guys hanging out? Text threads? What's going on?
Yeah, I think we're very lucky to have 3 really cool dudes on Trackhouse.
Oh,
I
called you a cool dude.
Yeah, minus Ross, but no, we've got 3 great drivers, and there's times you get stuck with a teammate who maybe doesn't want to help, or maybe is trying to focus on themselves first. But I feel like we've got 3 guys who are all in very different kind of situations in their career. We've all come from different backgrounds, and I feel like, maybe not me, but I can learn from Shane a lot on the road courses and the experience he has. And then Ross has clawed his way to the top, and I've got a lot to learn from him as well. I don't know what I can give to them being 19 and not having done this for too long, but it's good to have them as teammates, and they've been super helpful for me with any questions I have. So, we text all the time, and when it comes to the simulator, we're always trying to stay in tune with what each other's doing. So, it's definitely helpful to have 3 people moving in the same direction because it makes all of us better.
You guys are clearly championship caliber drivers, championship caliber team. You were living proof of the old system, Connor, that you could have this great season and it doesn't result in a championship. Are you guys both glad to see winning you're in gone, or do you like this new format, or do you just have to say, hey, this is what NASCAR gives us, we got to race it?
I don't care.
Right, that's the way it should be.
Whatever they do, give me the rule book, give me the calendar. Let's go.
I could have used it a year earlier, but other than that, I don't really care either.
Would you have won last year?
Yeah.
Yep.
10?
I would have locked it before Phoenix. Yeah.
I want to touch on something you said because I agree with you. Everybody has a different road in life. You did scratch and claw, and I remember your early days. And
we raced together.
You and I get along very well, but I want to give you a compliment. I did not have you on my radar to be as great as you are. What do you remember about that time coming from Johnny Davis, who was barely getting a car on the track, to where you are now? I find it awesome.
Yeah, I had to learn this once I got here. I didn't show up with the knowledge and the prep when I was a kid. I raced basically one circle track in 2 different classes, and that's when we ran like occasionally 2 other tracks, but that was it. And then we jumped to the truck series. So where Connor's been all over the world racing, being trained by great racers and coaches, I didn't have that till I got to the truck series and then the nationwide series. So I had to learn in front of everybody, and those days at Johnny's are what molded me into this.
Okay,
That's awesome.
So I like what he said. Now we're watching Kevin Harvick. Kevin Harvick decided to take Keelan your route. They went to Europe. You're from damn North Carolina. You're just a redneck like us.
I don't know if I'm a redneck, but
I find it amazing. We had you on Kenny Conversation, and it's like, oh, I thought he was European, and you're from damn.
Come on.
You're from damn North Carolina, man.
yeah.
Hey, how the hell did you get to
Not
Europe?
just North Carolina, but damn North Carolina. There's a difference.
Listen, your story's incredible, and Harvick had copied your route with his boy. Tell me about that.
Yeah, I mean, it was all kind of chance. I won a championship. I won a championship in America in go-karts, and I won this opportunity to go race one race in Italy, and it was the biggest race. There was 170 kids in my class, and I ended up winning that race, and then the team wanted me to come back and keep racing for them, and so I ended up staying in Europe for months at a time when I was 12 years old.
You
And
have an American flag on your race car?
oh, yeah.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, of course. Come on. But yeah, I grew up doing that, and then I came back to America, and my dad was like, well, I ain't paying for you to race cars.
That
That's one on the outside, yeah.
You threw me off.
I'm not that old, Ross.
He's trying to take a selfie and he clicked the screen off.
Hey, I find that badass.
Thanks for the help, brother. I need it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was just going to talk about this circuit here. And how many first-time fans do we have? First-timers?
Welcome.
Man, thank you for
Welcome.
coming out. We appreciate it. I would love, from the driver's perspective, to tell a first-time fan, what is it like racing here at Circuit of the Americas, especially going into Turn 1?
Turn 1, well, it depends on if you're. It was termed yesterday to me by my spotter, something I'd never heard. He's like you can choose left side, and that's the aggressor lane, or you can go right side and just go far right.
What did
go
you
as far
choose last year?
last year I was the aggressor.
Racers
Yesterday
never
I
forget.
was the aggressee. So I was
Yeah.
right lane. I'll be right
Well,
lane.
that's the thing. If you're the aggressor, you're usually not involved in the wreck.
I was.
Right? That's what Carson Hocevar said to Cletus. If you cause the wreck, you're usually not in it.
You know you just opened up a can of worms, don't you?
Oh, man. Well, I didn't say it.
Okay, so okay.
He was just quoting.
Jose, we got to go here. It's an opening for me. Two of the drivers that I think are the future. I mean, you are here, but we got Corey Day, and you got into it yesterday. And I was heartfelt for you. You're like, he's looking at me and won't come over and apologize to me. I love that. And I did a coffee with Kenny about it this morning. Has Corey Day called you?
So Kim Kuhn asked him in his interview. She was like, "Hey, are you gonna go apologize to Connor? You know, he said that you weren't coming up," and he was like, "Yeah, I'll go apologize." So he came to me after the hauler, and it was an apology. I'll give him that. He came over and tried, but.
Breaking news in the garage area, right here on Trackside Live.
He apologized, and I get it. You know, he's new to the asphalt stuff, and it was an honest mistake. I know he wasn't trying to wreck me, so I wasn't that mad about it. I was mad on pit road when he wouldn't come up and say anything to me, and he was just looking at me. I was like, all right, this is kind of silly, but he apologized, and you know, he's lucky it wasn't for a win, and he's lucky it wasn't on Sunday, because if it was, I probably would have been a little bit more mad.
Schrader would say that the Xfinity cars are O'Reilly now. Kenny Schrader would say, when you go run the O'Reilly cars, go run the little old car. So is the O'Reilly series, if it don't go good, you just brush it off?
I don't.
I don't brush it off.
No.
He was scraping. He passed me at one point yesterday.
Well, you only had 3 breaks.
Oh, well. Hey, come on. I was trying to give you credit.
No, I don't need that.
Did they put a new rotor on your car?
Yeah, they did. We
That's
came in and
insane.
at the end of stage 2 and changed the left rear rotor and hat and everything.
Man,
It's like changing a motor in your car. That's what that's equal to.
It's crazy to see. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate having you on Trackside Live. Best of luck. If you would, please give it up for Ross Chastain, Connor Zilich. Stick around. We still have Chris Buescher, Todd Gilliland.
Thanks, Ross.
And again, we're so glad you've joined us here for NASCAR Trackside Live. Thanks to everybody watching out there on PRN. We appreciate you tuning in.
I got goosebumps.
Man,
there's 2 of the best in the business right there, guys.
I know. This is awesome.
I mean,
awesome opportunity.
The greatest race car drivers in America and quite possibly the world on the show.
That's right.
Congratulations to all of you.
Yeah. Next up, if you would please help me welcome to the stage Todd Gilliland. Come on up, Todd.
Todd, how are you, brother?
My man.
I'm doing great.
Come on, man. It's like you're a Cracker Barrel here.
Should I just push them off right now? Help us out?
I think that's what the trend has
That's
been.
the way you get rid of the competition. Good to see you, Todd.
Good to see you, brother. Come
Todd
on in.
Gilliland, one of the great talents in NASCAR. I think you're still growing. I swear, I think I said that to you last time.
I hope not. Don't put that in the universe. I'm growing the wrong way.
I think you have gotten taller, though. Look at this, guys.
I know,
Todd's
really.
Yeah, I'm like up there. I think Cindric might be taller. Hocevar, I don't know if he's just
Taller
like
than your
so
dad.
Small. I'm way taller than my dad.
Taller than dad. And then Joey used to be tall, but now he lost a couple inches.
Have a
off
seat.
the
Have a
top.
Sit down, young man. We got lots to talk about.
What a beautiful day.
Oh,
Isn't it
It's
great?
a beautiful day.
In the neighborhood. What a great neighborhood, though. Todd, I think this is one of the coolest racetracks we come to. It's so unique. It's so different. There are a couple guys that we look at when we come here. But then again, this whole field is so good. And even talking to Connor Zilich, one of the better guys and one of the favorites always, he's saying, look, we all can be beat, and everybody out here is really dang good.
Yeah, I think, that was always, my feel and my... my expectations, right? I feel like, for me, I'm always kind of find myself right in the middle of the pack, which obviously we're continuing to work on that. But I think that's the most impressive thing about, SVG and what Connor's done in Xfinity. It's just, in my eyes, it's everybody's so good, but those guys still elevate themselves, so far above. So it's cool to see. I think it's obviously pushed everyone to be way better. And I think, the sport always goes through these changes, right? Everyone's, if you're better than everyone else, you win a few road course races, you feel good about yourself. But then, one guy comes in and changes the game completely. It's definitely made everyone step up their game. So it'll be interesting today. Obviously, we've seen, SVG run well here, but, maybe not as dominant as everywhere else. So, we'll kind of just see how it goes today.
Hey, you're starting 17th. I mean, to me, this is the toughest motorsports in America. You're a badass. You're really good. But starting 17th, everybody. That's hard to do.
Thank you.
He's awesome. Hey, listen, but you humble yourself. I saw you along with Ricky Stenhouse, when we had the 1 foot of snow at Bowman Gray for the All-Star race. You picked the damn shovel up, and you went up there and shoveled the seats so the fans could sit in them. What made you do that?
Yeah, so, I mean, I think to go back before that, right, just having such a love for the sport as a whole, of growing up around it, going to races. My grandpa raced, my dad raced, and I think that's what just really made me love the sport so deeply from a super young age. So I think that's step one of it, is loving what you do. That was a lot of fun, but honestly, the snow thing was kind of Ricky's deal. He was talking to the guys that were running the racetrack, and obviously a couple of horrible weeks of weather for us in North Carolina. But yeah, Ricky had texted Noah and I, and yeah, we were both going to go up there. Noah had a little bit of issues that morning, a little bit of ice on the road, but yeah, us two made it up there, and yeah, that was hard work, man. It puts into perspective how lucky we are to be doing.
Did you get into it and go, what the hell did I sign up for?
Dude, we did like the whole backstretch and into turn 2. So yeah, Ricky's a dog though, dude. He's like in great shape.
He's a ninja.
He is, man. He's like super low-key about it. Ninja. He's low-key about it, but even, he went on American Ninja Warrior, I think, and did well. So, yeah, he's cut out for all that stuff. But it was a lot of fun to go out there and help out where we can.
We got to talk about it because Kenny loves all the drivers' shoes. And Kenny does not have any cool shoes. I'm sorry, Kenny. Sorry.
These got good arch support.
That's great.
I'm going to Europe.
Lobbying. I think what he's doing is lobbying.
I want some Kenny Wallace shoes. So what shoes would you pick out for Kenny Wallace to wear?
Man,
what do you think?
Dude, I'm not on the right team for this. I think you got to go with someone on 2311.
These are Skechers, and I'm going to Europe in these. I'm going to Athens, Greece here in a couple of weeks, and I'm going to walk in these bad boys.
Hey,
They're
Kenny,
right.
In the shoes for us, aren't they called corrective at this age?
Yeah, because my ass is old.
Shoes.
They got good arch support. And when you get old, you're like, I need shoes, man.
I'm getting there too, man. You go comfort over style. There's a crossover point somewhere for that. But dude, I only change my shoes when my wife says they get too dirty. I'll honestly wear the same shoes for like a whole year straight.
We got one drive. Tyler Reddick comes up. I got 150 pair of shoes, and he's like, I let my wife find. I love that.
I'm up to 2.
That's right. We actually had a pair of your driving shoes that we auctioned off for Speedway Children's Charities, and he brought up these beautiful, brand new shoes, and I was like, "Did you wear this?" And he's like, "You only wear like a pair until they wear out."
That's true. That backs me up because it was like I wear. Sparko sent me maybe 4 pairs of shoes, and I'd worn like 2 for the whole year. So I had some brand new shoes that we gave away, which I changed numbers, so we had no use for them. But yeah, it's funny. I don't know. Once shoes get broken in, there's kind of a sweet spot there, I feel like.
Yeah, and that's part of a kit, right? That's your connection to the car, right? That's a big deal.
Yeah, especially driving shoes. Like they're so thin already, but once they get a little more flexible, and they're kind of like leather, I think, in some sort of way. So it all gets
leather
broken up. Yeah, true. I don't know what they are.
Do you think it really is leather? I bought my dirt shoes. I'm like, what are these?
I don't know. Honestly, that's the first time I've ever even thought about what material they are. So.
Why did you think that was funny?
The hard-hitting question.
I mean,
here on Trackside Live.
Well, it's like this $1,200 cowboy hat.
Yeah.
Tell that story.
So I'm on X talking with Kenny, and
I saw your
Kenny's.
pictures.
Oh yeah.
You
So
guys together.
we went hat shopping. Kenny had never owned a cowboy hat. And I was like, dude, you're in Texas. You got to get a hat. So we go out to this little general store right over here, and we go hat shopping. Kenny was like a kid in a candy store. It was hilarious. He was joking with the staff.
Look at her. She's a cowgirl.
I know. Look at that. That's a good-looking hat right there. And he bought himself a hat. But there was one in a case, in a glass case. And I said, Kenny, you need this hat. And he looked at the price tag, and he's like, I do not need that.
$1,200.
You're always talking about like this old NASCAR money. You spend a little bit. Get the nice cowboy hat.
You know what? I do have a lot of money, and I give it all away, man. I give it to my kids. They just went to Disney. I mean, that Disney, they must be blowing some oxygen in that Disney. My kids are like, must go to Disney. I'm like, what the hell is the deal? Johnny, go ahead.
They want to spend your money.
I got some good stuff for Bert later on.
We got to go now from leather shoes to Disneyland to cowboy hats, back to the racetrack. Ty, we had an opportunity yesterday to talk to some of the guys. You had a very successful day within your whole organization. Talking to some of the guys that running your place right now. It started out as the little team that could and has grown. This is a marathon. It's not a sprint to get to the top of this series. But one of the things we brought up, the next generation race car has done a lot, the standard parts, they've done a lot to level the playing field. But I don't really think it stops there. I think you guys as drivers, the people that have been assembled at these other teams now, the smart people, it's a lot behind the scenes, too, that's leveling the playing field, not just the car and the equipment.
Yeah, I think there's a lot to it. I think we saw our truck teams win yesterday, first time to St. Pete. I think they were like first and fourth or something. So
Lane Riggs.
Yeah, that was an awesome drive
Great
there.
race. Great round.
But yeah, also I was like a part of starting the truck team, and I think everyone is very skeptical at first, but I think that's a big part of it. Just the winning mentality of Front Row is very much a contender, a championship contender in the truck series, and then just the work ethic, the mentality of wanting to contend for wins is contagious throughout the whole company. I definitely think the next gen car, Michael McDowell was a really big part of it for many years. I think he was parts of those baby steps all the way up. I think last year with all the stuff going on off the track, we didn't. I think looking at ourselves, we didn't do as good of a job as we hoped, and continuing that progress. But I even think just starting out this year, with Zane, he's started out the year so strong. I've had the opposite. I've not had a good start whatsoever, but it shows that the speed, the results are possible in our cars, and moving Drew Blinkensurfer up to competition director, I think has been a great move, and pushing everyone to be a lot better. So yeah, this sport's really tough, right? The best of the best always, the cream always rises to the top, but for us, it's always been those baby steps at Front Row Motorsports, and I think we're ready to take some bigger steps this year, especially.
It looks like it. And that those bad starts, those bad finishes can get erased really quickly with a good one, can't they?
Yeah, that's for sure. So yeah, hopefully we can get some good points on the board today. That'd be really nice.
Two things that just, the way my brain works. Number one, I smell suntan lotion.
Yeah.
That is good to smell.
I love that smell.
St. Louis is 40 degrees, so good to smell suntan lotion. And when I just started laughing to myself, Johnny, you'll love this. He says, cream always rises to the top. Jimmy Spencer, we're live, and he goes, cream always rises to the crop.
He got kind of confused with cream of the crop and cream rising
Okay.
to the top.
Sometimes those things.
Spencerism.
Look at this, Jose.
That's two Jimmy Spencer
I go on your
references in one
Instagram.
show.
I love your Instagram.
Okay.
Do you do your own Instagram?
I do. Yeah, that's probably why there's a lack of a lot of posts, but
No, I love it.
yeah. A lot of
Here's
my
why I
stuff's
love
just
it.
me doing
You are awesome, but in a great way. Listen to this, everybody. Daytona, he says, and I quote this, Daytona, excited to get that year started. Wasn't our day. Wow. Okay.
Right to the point.
Go to Atlanta. Maybe next week. You're badass.
Yeah.
Man, I need this long.
Yeah.
How are you so succinct?
Okay. So to be honest, I'm sitting in the kitchen. I just ate dinner on Monday night. I'm like, man, I really don't know how to sugarcoat this one, man. It's my wife's like, no, explain it. I'm like, what am I going to explain? We started like last because I finished bad at Daytona, got in a wreck, fixed it, barely was starting to go forward and wrecked again. Like what? There's just no way around it sometimes. But
None of it. You're just a
you gotta
victim
speak
of
the truth.
circumstance.
You gotta speak the truth sometimes. It's not all good days, but hopefully that means there's some good days coming. And I'll expand my good race captions for you. So
I laugh.
Aw.
Yeah.
Because I wish I had that ability. Because I do YouTube
Sometimes we
shows.
wish we had that ability.
Yeah, Kenny doesn't do anything
Hey,
succinctly.
Jose, my YouTube manager, we know the caption is everything, right? And we're trying to make it short and sweet. It was like this morning I'm doing coffee with Kenny. I'm like, Connor Zillage versus Corey Day. That's it. That was really good. You should help me with my short.
Even
there you
Kenny's
go.
closed
There you
captions
go.
go fast.
Yeah.
Faster than he.
I like it.
Yeah, you
I
need to
like
get your
it.
clickbait. Your clickbait titles up on your YouTube. It's gonna be good.
My YouTube manager, they got this app where you can put in like 3 or 4 different titles and see which one is going to grab humans' attention. That's how crazy that
So the
is.
clip from this show will be Todd Gilliland and Kenny Wallace hate driving shoes. There you go. Would that think
Yeah,
that would go?
It's
I don't
sad
know.
to say, but us humans are horrible people. You can say Todd wins $1 million. You won't do anything. But if I say Todd Gilliland kills dog, you'll click on it. That's what's bad about us.
That was a really bad segue, Kenny, because I wanted to ask Todd. Do you guys still have Bandit the dog?
Oh, my dad does. Yeah.
Your dad has Bandit? Okay. I spoke to Bandit once.
Yeah.
I met Bandit.
Yeah, dude, he's a good dog.
A good doggy.
Roams around and does his
Has
deal.
a great time.
Yeah,
Good
it's
doggy.
awesome. So, yeah, he's just
So that was just a bad transition.
No, that was
Great
good.
transition.
That was good because I said something and he loves dogs.
And it got their attention, and then they're paying
Right.
attention.
And all of a sudden,
Thank
yeah, people are like, what are they talking
Everything
about
can't.
over there?
Some things have got to be a what do they call a dumpster fire.
You
You all love dumpster fires too, I've learned.
So, Todd, we've got a bunch of first-time fans here.
This
and-
guy's like, yep, I sure do.
So, talk about here at Circuit of the Americas, you know, viewpoints, watching the race, but especially going up into turn one. This thing is a wild, wild race circuit.
Yes, it is. I was pulled up as, Chastain was talking about last year, and I got caught up in his turn one mess a little bit. The 9 got turned around, and I kind of just got stuffed in with him. So that's part of it. There's a ton to be gained in turn one, but also all your track position can be lost pretty easily. So it's about kind of putting yourself in an aggressive spot, but also being really aware of kind of where you're at with the cars next to you. I think even as a driver, like if you're a little bit behind and you hit the guy, you can easily spin you out. But if you're door to door perfectly, your chances of making through it are a little bit higher. So you got to position yourself well. But there's always going to be guys that try and dive bomb in there. All of us are probably victim or the guy that bombs it in there every once in a while. But it's really about risk versus reward, and first lap's a lot to be gained, but also a lot to be lost.
Awesome. We look forward to seeing you put on a good show for these fans today. If you would, please give a big round of applause to Todd Gilliland. And we're going to work on the Kenny Wallace limited edition shoes. Thank you so much. Always good to have Todd here.
I'm telling you, he's growing still. He's still growing.
Whoa!
Trouble.
Whoa! Hat down. We still have an amazing driver coming up. Chris Buescher will be joining us in just a moment. But before we bring him up here, this has turned out to be a beautiful day. The sun is out. We're going to get ready to go racing. We've talked with some drivers here today. You guys have been watching online, hearing all the news. What do you think the racing is going to be like today here for the Duramax Texas Grand Prix?
Guys, if what we've seen so far this season is any indication, and let's say we can all be racers or realists, right? There was some bad stuff last year. Off track, on track, we had some tragedies. That's all in the past right now. And again, we talked earlier in the show about this big family that is NASCAR. Everybody wanted to get back to the track this year, to go to Daytona and to go racing. And once everybody got back there, you had the 11th consecutive sellout of the Daytona 500. Then they packed the stands at Atlanta for some fantastic racing among NASCAR's 3 top series. Then we go to St. Petersburg, history first racing. Lane Riggs puts on this awesome show. Then we come here and see why Shane Van Gisbergen is the man and the king of the road. I think we're in for a fantastic day because the trend in NASCAR, guys, is going the right way right now.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with us liking the sport that gave us so much. People get mad at me, Jose, because I love NASCAR so much. I'm like, hold on now. Thank you, buddy.
All right, you're with us.
Yeah, I'm answering your question.
Yeah.
Why do people get mad at me when I love NASCAR? I'm like, look at the ratings right now. I mean,
Why you love that stuff so much?
Why you like that NASCAR so much?
Why you drive that dirt car?
Okay, switching subjects. One thing that I love. What's that? Kenny Wallace Media. Thank you, Jeff Gordon. Okay, one thing I want to say is that when we go to Watkins Glen, it's an old school road course. It's very narrow. Formula One did run there, early, way back in the day. This racetrack is new modern era where this turn one invites everybody to wreck. And it's like there's too much space in turn one. Turn one at Watkins Glen, there's like maybe 3 lanes. So, I feel like this track is really inviting to these NASCAR drivers. And they talk about all the room. There's just so much room, and this is a new style road course. Great runoff because Formula One runs here. And
look, it's right behind us, right there. And
look at that.
Look at the view up here.
It's beautiful.
Being able to see that come up. Again, you cannot appreciate it till you come here. So if you're watching online, come join us. Like, this is seriously an amazing place to watch a race, and we're going to get a good one today. It's going to be wild. I already talked to some of the drivers here. So our next guest is ready to come up on the stage. My Texas folks, y'all need to make some noise for my man, Chris Buescher!
Okay.
Come on in, act like you're at Cracker Barrel. We'll do everything, but Kenny's going to bring you biscuits and gravy.
What is the first thing that I notice right now?
I know what he's going to talk about.
I thought about it, but my jeans
Where's
are
your
too
cowboy
short.
boots
Then I
at?
look ridiculous.
Sit down, friend. Hey, where's your cowboy boots at? You're from Texas.
That's what I just said. They're in the trailer. I wore them last night, but my jeans are so short that it would look silly. Yeah, these are already the wrong size. So yeah, I'm sorry.
We've talked a lot today.
It was good content.
We talked a lot today about shoes. But you know what? Like everybody says, you got to have the shoe behind the wheel of this race car. Chris, you've done a fantastic job recently, and it's kind of underrated what your accomplishments have been on the road course. You put together a pretty good resume. What is it about this discipline? I think a lot of fans might agree with me, and I hope. I love seeing something different than the ovals. I love oval racing, but I love seeing something different, man. What is the challenge to a driver when you go from the oval to making two different turns?
Yeah, I'm on board with that. I think I'll start off. I do enjoy road racing in general. I like doing something different 4 or 5 times a year. This is a good number, right? We don't need to do this every week or 8 times. That's too many. But 4 or 5 road course races a year, it does help break our schedule up. It forces us to think a little bit outside of the box, and it's been something that's been fun for me for a long time. My first road races were in the infield of Texas Motor Speedway on the little makeshift road course in a Legends car there, and right from the get-go I loved it. So it's just something that it's just different. Requires you to think a little further ahead, and RFK has brought really fast race cars to these road course races, which probably makes me look a little bit better than I probably am. But we enjoy them, and I love coming down here to hometown crowd out here in Coda. I know we talk about hometown tracks, and everybody asks me when I get here, like, "Oh, it's the home crowd, right?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, it is, but it's also 4.5 hours away from where I grew up."
Texas is big.
Because that's how big Texas is, yeah.
If you took where I live in North Carolina and drew a line 4.5 hours away, I think I could be at 8 racetracks. Okay, so
yeah, you could be like Martin Truex, have 11 home tracks.
It makes it a little trickier, right? So yes, it is still a home track and fun to come down here, but a lot farther away than people realize.
Chris, I got to ask about the team dynamic with RFK Racing. It just seems on the outside like you guys are having fun. And every time I see that commercial with Brad Keselowski where he says, "Shut up, Chris," like I just crack up laughing. I think about that all the time. Is that really what's happening behind the scenes as well as in front of the cameras?
Yeah, I get told to shut up a lot. So,
Me too.
That's pretty accurate. I think if it's not by Brad in general passing, it's by all y'all just randomly seeing me out there, and I just get told to shut up, Chris, as I'm riding through the midway here. So we do have a lot of fun. I'd say we work hard, we play hard, and we have a really good dynamic across of our entire team. Our drivers, our crews work together really well. We've had this. Just this change of culture around RFK that's really helped us be more competitive first and foremost, but it's also helped us be able to help each other. It's that high tides raise all ships, right? And that's kind of the mindset is how do we make us all better? And a lot of that comes from the way that we're able to be friends as well as coworkers and bosses. And it's a little harder to race Brad when he is his name is on your checks, but it is a lot of fun. We do enjoy it, and he certainly he has a more vested interest in the 60 and the 17 than any normal teammate would, right? Had on the co-owner side of things. So it's really solid. It's come a long way.
So you were witty and funny on Instagram last night. I'm reading it, and I laugh out loud to myself. You said, happy with my qualifying run. Or, as I like to say, I'm starting on the same row as Shane Van Gisbergen.
Hey, nothing wrong with that, man.
Awesome.
It was a range of emotions, right? They're like, all right, we're right behind SVG. And I was like, all right, that must be really good. And then they're like, you're 14th. Like, oh, man.
AJ Foyt, baby.
I was like, what just happened? So I would say, no, it is, as we went through practice and qualifying, we did make some pretty big changes for qualifying, and because we weren't real happy in practice, and that showed up a lot better. So we're pretty, I won't say stoked about it by any means, but we can work from there. It's actually, unfortunately, probably one of my better qualifying efforts here at COTA. This is not my best qualifying track, but we do race well here, whether it's the long course or the half course here. So, yeah, I mean, I think we got to have a little bit of fun with it. But yeah, it was like, all right, and then it was the numbers like, that's just okay.
I thought it was great.
Yeah. Oh, I appreciate that.
I mean, you're against the best.
You're all right. You're
in the
right.
best. Hey, man, these guys are badass.
They're badass.
And you're one of them.
No question. Chris, I think in sports over the history, when one person is kicking everybody's butt, sometimes it's a negative for a sport. And then there was a Tiger Woods phenomenon in golf. It was really good for the sport when one guy was going nuts like that and winning everything. SVG, from a competitor standpoint, I know everybody's got to look at, man, how do we beat this guy? But at the same time, when you got somebody that good and he's bringing maybe a different aspect to the racetrack, I know you guys can eventually beat him. You'll eventually figure him out. But having somebody go off like that for a while is a pretty good thing for a sport, isn't it?
For sure. You know what? We got him once, so we can get him again. Yeah. But I think that he's obviously an incredible talent in general, just a race car driver, but road courses he certainly shines, right? And that's it's something that's forced us all to be better as the entire garage. And the way I think about it is when I was growing up Legends car racing with we were out at Little Texas. It was the 5th mile behind the speedway. It was still asphalt. And, man, it got to the point where we're winning out there. I won't say it was easy, but we could win a lot. It's like, man, we were really good. And it's like, all right, well, let's go try a different racetrack. Let's head out to the East Coast, and we'll go run Charlotte during the summer. And we got out there. It was like, oh, we're 2/10 off. And it kind of made me realize really early on that if you only compare yourself to those that are immediately surrounding you, you almost, it's not complacency, but you think you're where you need to be. And when we did that traveling when I was 13 years old, that was a shock. It's like, oh man, we have to step up, and that's kind of what's just happened here, right? Is somebody has come in and hit us from the top ropes and said, look, y'all aren't as good as you thought. You better go to work, and that's what we've all had to go do. I
want to ask Brad this, but he's not here. So you're next best, and I see some fans here. They love you. So as a you know, I've been in NASCAR quite a while. I see urgency in Brad. I see he wants to win. I feel like more than normal. He's driving with a leg that is just destroyed. He's hopping around, and he's still hauling ass. He's fighting for the lead in the Daytona 500. Qualifies good, and he's hopping out of the car. What do you think about Brad right now? Do I see it wrong? Is there a sense of urgency? He wants to win maybe worse than ever.
No, you're definitely right. That's you know, he's a tough SOB. I'll say that. So don't tell him I said it like that.
I won't say nothing.
Why is compliment? It's compliment.
I think
we're complimenting him, by the way.
I am because I thought about this weekend, and you know, the speedway races and Brad coming out there and running those. It's like, yeah, I mean, and that's hard to convince yourself that I'm not 100%, but I'm going to get in. I can do this at a high level. And he's been this week, we're like, oh, he's going to rest and get ready for the road course. He has been in the simulator. He was karting. He has been nonstop trying to make sure that he is ready for this. And I'm sure it doesn't feel good. 100%. We have Joey Hand is here, you know, was here in case qualifying came around yesterday, and he had to raise his hand and say, look, this is painful. I'll start, and we'll see what happens. And we got done with qualifying yesterday, and Brad looked at Joe. He's like, sorry, bud. You aren't getting me out of this race car. So I just think it goes to show over and over that he's in this thing for one reason. That's to figure out how to win races and win championships. And he's pushing us all to be better consistently. And he's kind of leading by example right now. So, yeah, you better not come to work and say, I don't want to make it this week.
Yeah,
I got a cough. Yeah, that's not going to cut it.
Guy's got a broken leg and he's racing.
Well, and also, let's not forget, Brad won Pocono with a broken ankle maybe 10 years ago, 10, 11 years ago.
I did tell him he's got his crutch walk down. You know, I don't know if that's a good thing, but maybe try and stay off of these things.
I like that, the crutch walk. And ladies and gentlemen,
He's
You need the little cane, but he's got the sporty-looking cane, and it coincidentally looks a little bit like a ski
walk.
pole.
We have a running joke in the shop right now because his cane clicks. Right, like I don't know if it's got a spring in the bottom, but it clicks.
Here he comes.
And we know.
Yeah.
So like we're sitting up in the meeting room, and our meeting room at RFK is upstairs. There's no elevators, right? So you just hear we're all sitting there, and it's 2:59. Like, all right, we're starting at 3, and you just hear it click. Click, click, and we all look around and we're like,
here comes
he's
Brad.
here, he's on time. Like, about 3:03, click. Sorry, guys.
Hey, but not only is Brad really tough behind the wheel of a race car, the one thing I've always liked about Brad, okay, he ruffled some feathers to begin with when he started driving in Cup, like many of the greats had. But also, Brad is such a thinker. When he was together with Paul Wolf, those guys, were the first guys to push the blend line. They were the first guys to speed in between the timing sensors. That they were just always thinking, it's got to be great.
Tandem drafting too. I think he kind of started that.
Yeah, and it's got to be great to be around a guy that's a thinker like that.
He's got an affinity for the gray area, right? So that's a anybody's ever been caught cheating in our sport. They're like, oh no, that was a gray area, and things here and there that others can, and it's that's it, right? Is where do you find be a little bit better where nobody else has thought of it yet, and he's not lost any of that. He is extremely how we go about building our race cars and building our team up, and refreshing to see that it's not just somebody gets behind the wheel and desire to think about turn 2, right? He's always thinking way further ahead than a lot of people can. For sure.
Well, he hires great drivers, too.
That's right. And the state of Texas will be rooting you on today. I know we'd love to see it. So, fans, how about it? A big round of applause for Chris Buescher. Thank you for joining us. Chris, why don't you stand up here and help us close out the show? Thanks to everybody watching on Performance Racing Network. Thank you to the fans here. Thank you to our friends at Cracker Barrel. Thank you to Johnny, Kenny, Chris, all of our guests. Y'all